Alright guys, so today we're going to do the last two Care Bears. So technically I guess these are going to be the first two, because when I made these two, I messed up and actually filmed them in time lapse. So I'm going to put the video of these two at the end. And I've made sure that this time we are not on time lapse. We are just on regular. And we're going to start with the green one, the Good Luck Bear, because I think this one's the cutest. So we're going to start with this one. These came from Five Below. Here's the company. They do light up. The lighting up is not as dramatic as it looks here. Maybe it is in the dark. I don't know. But here's the box. This box is super cute. All of this is stickers. I hate stickers, but I understand why they do stickers. Stickers are cheaper than screen printing. Here's our stickers. And our instructions. These have a lot of steps, but some of the steps are repetitive. So this one has 56 steps. So that's quite a few. But let's go ahead and get our bags open. I've been using my tray for the smaller bits. Each one so far has had 3 bags. So this piece here is our light. So it's got 2 batteries. It's got a little screw so you can change the batteries. And here you really have to, like, you can push it in the middle and it'll stay pretty well, but it changes colors. With these, I haven't been sorting them as much as I normally do because nearly all the pieces are the same color. So, step 1 uses one 2x2 that has dots on top, holes on the bottom. And then one 2x2 that has dots on the top, but the back is smooth. And then 2 of these 1x2s that have dots on the side that go down. I call these goggles because it looks like it's wearing goggles. So the smooth back piece goes on the bottom. Then the 2x2 with the holes, and then the goggles go on each side. So now we have 4 holes here, or 4 dots, and then 2 and 2, and the bottom is smooth. And then the next one has 2 more goggles. And then 2 that are like opposite goggles. So the holes go up instead of down. Oh gosh. Here we are. And then we also need 2 of these 1x2s that are smooth. They have holes on the back, but nothing on the top. So we're going to take these pieces, and the goggles go on the bottom. The the opposite goggles go on top, and we're going to make sure that the dots are on the same side. And then the smooth piece goes on top of that. So this is what we end up with. 4 dots, 2 holes, and then a smooth piece. We're going to do that again. And then these are going to go on the end. We're going to take this one and flip it over so the smooth is on top. And then these are going to go on each side. So then now we have 4, 4, and then on the bottom, 4. Our next step takes a 2x3 that has holes on top, or holes on the bottom, dots on top, good grief. And then one of these that I say looks like an old school telephone. So it's got an angle, but then it has 2 dots. And then 2 of these just the regular 1x2s. So the little telephone goes on the 2x3 with the angle at the edge, and then we're gonna fill in the back with these 1x2s. And all 4 of these bears have gone together the same, but so far the 2, except for up here, the one had a hat. The next part is going to build off of this, but it uses circles. So we need 1 circle that has 4 dots, 1 circle that has 1 dot, and then a circle that has a hole. So this one has a dot sticking up, and this one has a hole. So the one with the 4 dots goes on the bottom, then the one with the single dot goes on top of that, and then this piece with the hole goes on the previous step. And then this piece, this dot, is going to go into the hole. So these are our feet, and this is our leg. So now our leg can move. And then this is going to attach on here to one of these sides where there's 4. Okay, so now we have the bottom and then 1 foot. And then next step is to create another foot. So we need a 2x3. Oh, this foot is different. So this one has a dark telephone. Oh, there's a dark 2x3. So we have a dark 2x3, the little telephone, and then 2 dark 1x2s. I guess this one's kind of like a Frankenstein, so that's why he's a little bit different. Or he's got 2 different colors. But it's going to work the same. So we're going to put the little telephone on. And we're going to fill in the back. And then now we need the darker circles. So there's 1, and 1. So we're going to put this one on. And this one goes in here. And then snap on there. And then this one goes on the opposite side. Alright, so now we have our 2 little feet. Next is going to be our light up. So we want to make sure the switch is pointing away from the feet. and it's only going to go on by 2 dots. Okay, so the switch is pointing towards the back, so we can turn it on and off. And then on top of the switch is 2 of these. So these little single hole kind of awning looking pieces, 2 of those go on top. So this is not very well attached as of yet, but we will put some more stuff around it that will make it more stable. Then next we're going to use dark pieces again. So we need 1 of these, and I know that we're going to make 2 sections. So I'm going to put 1 to the side here. So we need 1 90-degree angle. We need 1 upward facing goggle, 1 by 2. And then we need 2 single dots. Well, 1 single dot with the goggle going up. So we're going to take this, so we're going to go over here. We're going to take this piece with the 2 up, and it's going to go in the front. There's only 1 dot for it to connect to, but it's going to go in the front. And then this piece is going to go right here where there's nothing for it to attach to, like that. And then this piece is going to hold the 2 of them together. And then we're just going to throw everything on the floor. Alright. So we're not making one of those this time. Okay, so there we go. Uh-oh, our other leg fell off. Alright. So now we have that. So we have this 1 dot over here. Oh, that's pointed the wrong direction. It's actually supposed to be on the back. So let's pull that off. We're going to pull this guy off. So it's actually supposed to be pointing towards the back. So that we'll have something to attach to back here. So the side is smooth. And then we're going to do that again over here. Okay, and then this one's going to go back here. And this is going to hold them all 3 together. See what I mean about that not being attached very well? Like, we keep knocking it off, but we'll get it attached. So now we have this. So we have 4 here, and we have 2 on the back, and then we have a row here. Next, we need 2 more of these little singles, and then 2 of these little 1 dot pyramids. So these are going to go towards the back again. So now we have 2 dots back here on each side. Right, I'm going to take that off for a second. Because I was, and I don't know why these clear pieces, the like translucent pieces, do not stay together very well. And then these little pyramids are going to go on top of here, and the tall part of the pyramid is going to go towards the middle, and we'll stick this back in there. Okay, so this is what we have now, and this is up to step 12. Step 13 uses 2 dark pieces, so it's going to be these pieces here. So it's a single dot, and then it's a socket. So this is his shoulders, or her shoulders. I don't remember if Care Bears are girls or boys. And then we need 1 downward facing goggle in the light green, neon green. And then we need a 2x2 that has no dots. It just has holes on both sides. So this piece, so we're going to start here. So we're going to put the goggles in the middle. So the goggles go in the middle, and then the shoulder sockets go on each side. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. So the shoulder sockets go on top of the goggles, like this. So this dot over here is now not going to be used. So here's our shoulder sockets on top of the goggles. And now this is level. And we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it on top. Just like that. So now this piece is locked in and it's going to quit trying to fall off. That beeping noise you heard was our Insta360 camera. Apparently they get really hot even though I'm wearing it in the house. So I don't know. It is very hot. So we're just going to put that to the side and not worry about that, I guess. Alright, so next step, we need light green pieces again. So we need two 90s. And then we need one 1x2. It's 1x2 on the bottom, but then it has one dot on top. And it's going to connect these two 90s together. Just like this. So now we're going to have this little kind of L or like U-shaped bracket. And then we need two of these pieces that look like telephones. Or bridges. And then we need four 1x2s. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a 1x2 underneath each bridge to make that solid. And next we're going to take each bridge and we're going to put it on here. So there's 4 spaces. We're going to put 2 on each arm here. Like this. So now we have some space here. And that's where our extra 1x2s are going to go. Okay, so now we have this shape. So that is step 15. Step 16 uses one 1x1. So it's just one dot with a square. And then this little button looking piece that's a single hole, but it's round. And that is going to go on top of our little square. And then that is going to go on this single dot right here. Like this. Get it? Kind of level looking, even looking. So this is his tail, her tail. So that's the tail. So we're going to turn this around, and these 4 right here is where this is going to attach. And we're going to make sure it's as tight as it can be to here. Takes a little bit to get it up. Okay. So there we are. So now, if you look here, this is even, and then it's fairly even up here, and then there's no space here, and then there's our little tail. So that was step 18, was putting all this together. So now 19 is going to use one of these 1x2 or 2x2s that are smooth on the back, one of these balls. So this is going to be the other side of our shoulder. It's a single dot that's round with the ball on it. A 90-degree angle here of the light green color, a 1x2 of the light green color, and then a 1x2 that is flat on the back. Well, that just jumped right back in the thing. There we go. Alright, I know we need to make 2 arms, but I only see one of those 1x2s that are flat on the back. That could be a problem. Okay. So we're going to take the 1x2 that's, or the 2x2 that's flat and the 1x2 that's flat, and we're going to put those together. And then we're going to use the 90 to attach them together, like this. And the 90 is going to mostly be on the translucent piece, not the solid piece. And then our bracket, or our shoulder ball, is going to go in front of the 90. And then this 1x2 is going to go right here. So here's the beginning of our arm. So that was step 19. Now step 20 is going to use a dark green stair step, a dark green 1x2, and then a light green double pyramid. Oh, here we go. So it's 1x2 on the back, but then it's a pyramid. It's smooth. And so we're going to take this piece, and the pyramid goes at the back, like this, with the taller part of the pyramid facing towards the middle. The 1x2 goes in between there. And then the stair step is going to go across all of this. So here's our first arm. And this curved part is going to go down. So this arm goes on the right. So here's his arm. Okay. So that's how the arm looks. Now we're going to make another arm, but this one, oh, this one uses dark. Okay, I get it. So this one is going to use this dark colored piece. So we have our 2x2. We have a dark green translucent elbow, a dark green 1x2 translucent, our ball socket, and then a light green 1x2. So once again, this is going to go front and back, and then our dark green 90 is going to go across both of those. We're going to put our light green 1x2 here and our ball here. So we have the beginning of this arm. I think that's backwards. Nope, that is completely backwards because this arm needs to be the opposite. So let's take it all back apart. We're just going to turn this around. So this goes here. And then this goes here, and this goes on the back of here. Alright, so there we go. So this arm has to be opposite of the other arm. And then now we need our dark green stair step. We need a dark green pyramid. And a dark green 1x2. So the pyramid goes on the back. Then the 1x2, and then the stair step. So here's our dark green arm. And once again, the rounded part goes down. And this is our left arm. So now we have two arms. Next step, we're at 25. So we need two 2x4s. And then we need two of the half or the quarter moons. Here we go, the pizza slices. So two pizza slices. So we're going to take one of these 2x4s and turn it this way, and it has the copyright stuff on it, so we're going to hide that. We're going to put the pizza slices here. Now this 2x4 is going to connect all three of these together, just like this. So now we have this piece. And we want the rounded part facing towards us. Our next step, 26, is going to use another telephone bridge. And it uses two stair steps. Oh, here we go. Light green stair step. Is it two or is it one? It says two. Oh, there it is. And these clear pieces are sometimes a little bit harder to tell what they are because you can see all the way through. That one has like something stuck on it, like a defect. Lame. Okay. And then two of these little angles. Are they on here too? No. It's also kind of hard to see because my tray is green. Oh, here we are. Oh, good. They're right next to each other. So we have these little angle pieces. So it's one dot, and then it has a little offshoot that go opposite directions. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the bridge, and it goes at the back. And then each side in front of the bridge gets a stair step. And then the angles are going to go on the front to finish it off. And the longer side of the angle is going to go towards the stair step. So now we have this piece that is smooth across here. It's kind of rounded. And then it's got holes on the back so we can attach it to our body. And this piece is the tummy. So the tummy is going to attach here. So these two dots here, the first two dots of the stair steps, are going to attach to these top two dots here. So when you do that, it's fairly flat up here, so it's about the same as these, but then when you look here, it's smooth all the way through. So the crotch area is smooth all the way through, so everything lines up. So it looks like this. So we have our tail, we have our tummy. So that was step 28, putting that on. Step 29 uses 1 2x3, 3 1x4s. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 1x2s. Okay, so this 1x2, oh, not that one. Sorry, 1x3s. Oh, here we are. So this 1x3 has the rest of the copyright on it, so we're going to make sure and put that in the middle. So what we're going to do is this 2x3, we're going to put the 1x3s on each side, putting that copyright in the middle. And then now we have 4 across, so we're going to take these 1x4s and attach all of these together. So now we have 4x3 dots here, 4x3 holes here. So that was 29. We still got 3 more columns to go. This one only has 171 pieces, but it is time consuming. Alright, so next we need 2 of these 1x3s. It's 1x3 holes on the back, but it has 2 dots on top. And then we also need 2 1x3s that have no dots. So these are going to go on the top. So the ones with the dots go in the middle. And then the smooth ones on the end. So right now we're making the head. So that's what we have now. And then we're going to take this piece and we're going to flip it upside down. And now we need 2 1x2s, but these 1x2s have dots on both sides. So these are going to go right in the middle. So right here and right here. So just like this. So we have 4 dots straight across there, and we have 4 dots in a square here. Our next one uses 2 of these 1x2 tall awnings, and then 1 2x4 that has dots on both sides. And another 1x2 with dots on both sides. So we're going to put the 1x2 and the 2x2 next to each other. And then we're going to take the little awnings. And one awning is going to connect these 2 together, and then the other one is just going to hang off the end here. And then we're going to put this on here like this. So now we have a space at the front here, and then we have 6 more dots here. We're going to do the same thing again, except opposite. So this time, we got our 1x2, our 2x2, and then this time, our opening is still at the front, but So here, here. So this is what it looks like now. We still have our spaces here. Our next step, let's see, what was that? That was, okay, so that was 33. 34 uses 3 of these 1x2 or 1x1 little tiny awnings, and they're just gonna sit right on top here. So for now, that's all we're gonna do for 35 or 34. Now 35, we need a 1x3, or sorry, a 2x3, a 1x3, and a 1x3 with 2 dots. No, 3 1x3s with 2 dots. So we're gonna take this piece, this 2x3, and it's gonna go across here. And then the 1x3 is gonna go back here. And then these 3 are gonna go right on top. Normally when we're using pieces like this, we go across this way. So like locking pieces together, but this time we're not doing that. They're all going the same direction. And it looks like we're just building up height, and we're also reducing the number of dots. So we had 3 by 3. Now we have 2 by 3. So that was 35. 36 is 3 more of the little rounded pieces. And they're gonna fill in this side over here. Make sure they're all going the right direction so that you get the right look. Alright, so now we have this, so it's nice and rounded on both sides. And we still have space up here that we're going to build on. So 37. Alright, so 37 is one of my least favorite parts of these builds. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the pieces for both because we're going to do this twice and it is a pain. So we need the little rounded angles, or the little little awnings. Then a single dot with the goggle going down. And where's the other one? Yeah, that's an up. That's an up. There it is. A single dot going down. And then we need these tiny little circles. There's the other one. So it is just a little piece of plastic. Oh, just a tiny little circle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this rod that they supply. Now last time I tried multiple ways to get this done, but I figured out the best way. So you take your single piece with the thing going down, and you're going to go in from the raised part like this. So you're going to stick this through there because it's a hole. So now you're going to end up with your 1x1 skewered. And then you're going to take this little dot and you're going to stick it on the skewer. Because what we're trying to do is we're making this 1x with the goggle into a 1x with 3 dots. I guess they don't have a mold for that, so you have to make it. So we're going to pull this down until that gets as close as you can, and then you're going to push it. I use my fingernails but push it until it locks in, and then pull the skewer the rest of the way out. They show you putting the dot on here and then pushing it in. I tried that. I tried using tweezers. I tried just using my fingers. None of that worked. The best way I found was to go through the bottom and then pull it in. So we'll do that again. So we have this piece here. It's the 1x with the goggle. We're going to go in through the button. We're going to put the little sleeve part on our stick, pull it down, and then I take my fingernails, but you could use your finger and just push until it's as snug in there as you can get it, and then pull the stick out. If you push the stick through, you're going to push your sleeve out. If you pull it down, any pressure that this is exerting is going to pull this dot into the hole. And then this is done. I have 3 of them now. So now, this completed piece is going to go here in this empty space, and this dot is going to go towards the front. Like this on both sides. So we're skipping ahead a little bit here. Okay. And then this little piece is going to go on top to finish off our clean edge. So basically I just did 37 and 40 at the same time. So now you have this, so you have a dot on each side, and we still have this opening here. So 38 takes a 1x1 with dots on both sides. And then it takes a up goggle and a down goggle. So there's a down goggle and an up goggle. So the single goes in here. It's a little bit harder to put these together like this. Oh, well, all right, that's fine. And then the down, and then the up. Okay, so now we have 2 more dots here. We're gonna stick this back on. These pieces are only held on by 1 dot, so for right now they're a little loose. So that is 38. 39 uses a 1x2 down goggle, a 1x1 double-sided, a 1x1 up goggle, and a 1x1 smooth square. So just this little guy. So this, once again, we're gonna pop this off because that's gonna get in the way. So our 1x2, our double-sided 1x1 goes there. And then our double-sided, our 1x2 goggle. So now we have dots all the way across here. There's a piece of like stray plastic right there. And then our smooth dot goes in the middle because we don't need that space. And then our up goggle. So now we have 3 dots, and then we have 2. Then we're going to put this back on, and that's going to give us our extra dot here. And now this is nice and flat across here as well. So that is 39, and then this little guy here would be 40. But we already did that one when I was demonstrating the pokey. So you see it says stick the rod in the little hole and then push it in there and then pull the rod out. Well, if you do that, then any pressure you're putting is pulling up away from your dot, and you don't want that. So now we're on 41. 41 uses 2 of these 90s, a 2x2, and a 1x4. So we're getting down to where we don't have a lot of pieces left. So far, the only things I've had left at the end have been these sticks. So we're going to take the top of our head here where all of our holes are. Now across the back, we're going to put the 1x4. So the middle 2 dots are going to go there. And then we're going to put our square. And then on these dots right here, we're going to put the corner of the 90. No, that is wrong. It is in between the 2 dots, so just get it on there. So you have the 1x4, the 2x2, and then the 90s. So that looks like that. That was 41. 42 uses 2 1x2s, and then 2 1x1 goggles. Is it these ones? Oh no, here's one. Oh, here's the other one. Okay. So we're gonna take the 1x2 and we're gonna put on one of them, we're gonna put the goggle on the left side, and one of them we're gonna put the goggle on the right side. So like this. Now the one where the goggle is on the right side, it goes on this ear, or this side. So now we have a dot on the side. And then this one goes, see, we had that opening right there, and now we're gonna fill that opening in. So now we have a dot here and a dot here, across here. So that was 42. 43 uses these last 2 90s, and then 1 1x2. And let's see. So the 1x2 is going to go back here to fill this in. And then the 90s are going to go here to fill that in. So now we have 4x3 here, and then we still have a space, a shorter space here. Okay. Then 44 uses 4. I don't know that I have 4 of these. So 2 of these here. I don't have 4 of these. Uh-oh, we may have a problem. Oh, it was upside down. Okay. All right, so 4 of these that are 1x2s with the 1 dot on top. So across the back, we're gonna put 2 of these with the 1 dot. So like that. And then on each side, we're gonna put a smooth. And then in the middle, nope, that's wrong. Ah, crap. Quit falling off. All right, hold on. on, we got this wrong. Oh no. These little skinny ones are really hard to get apart. Okay. So I put that back together. Oh, we're missing a piece now. Okay. So in the middle, we're going to put the one dots going the same direction we put these. So they're going to go here. And then these go on the sides. So now we have 2 dots here, 2 dots here, and then this is smooth. And then we still have this space here. So that was 44. Now 45 uses 1 by 2, 1 by 2 smooth. This piece that's a 1 by 1, but it has a goggle on each side. And then a 1 by 1 square. So we're gonna put the goggle, or the double goggle in the front, the 1 by 1 right behind, and then the 1 by 2 is going to connect them together. And then the smooth piece goes on top. This way. And then this piece is going to go on here. And the front, where the 2 dots are, is going to go on this front dot here. The back dot is not attached to anything. It's just free. Our next piece is our little hair. It's our little claw-looking fork piece with the stick. And then the 1 by 1 claw. So the claw goes in front of here, and the claw is facing front to back. Like that. And then our little hair just slides in there. Just like that. You can kind of put it to the side, a little jaunty to the side there. But that's how our hair looks. So that was 46. Now 47 uses one of these little pieces that I call a slipper. And a little silver dot. And what else? And a little tiny pyramid. So the tiny pyramid goes on the slipper with the short side of the pyramid facing down. So it looks like this. And that is going to go on this dot. And then this little guy goes on the side. So since this is Frankenstein, that's his little bolt, and I hope you can see that that's silver. "48 uses 2 more unique pieces to these kits. So these pieces, so this one is a 1 by 1, but instead of just having the dot, it has a square. So it looks like this. And then this piece looks almost like a drawer. So it's a 1x1 dot, but then it has this little T-shaped piece coming out of the front. And this also uses a tiny pyramid. So for this one, the dot, this piece is the bottom for what we're building. And then on top of it goes the dot with the up piece. Whoops. Okay. So now we have this, so the drawer and then this piece on top. It almost looks like a Polaroid camera. Okay. And then our pyramid is going to go on top, but it is going to face, let's see, it goes this way. So we're going to use our piece this way. And our pyramid, we want the wider part of the pyramid to go down. So our piece is going to look like this when we're done. And this is going to go sideways, so the drawer is going to face in the middle, and it's going to go on this dot we placed here. So now it looks like this. I hope these translucent pieces are showing up. I got this white board because I thought the orange would show up better. I'm hoping the green is showing up better. So that was 48. Now 49, we're going to build this piece back here again. So we need our little silver button. So we're going to put it on this side. There's our little bolt. And then we need our slipper and our pyramid. And it's going to sit right back here. So now we have that on both sides. So that was 49. Now 50 is going to build the other Polaroid. Why will this not? Okay, on this one, so it's going to face this way. So this is the head. Here's our little drawer. So on this one, we're going to put it going this way because we want the wider part down. And once again, it's going to attach to this dot. So now we have a dot on each side, and then we have this little angle. So that was 50. So now we're over here. We're in the home stretch. So 51, we're gonna make ears. So we need 2 different color ears. Both of them are a circle with 4 dots and then a circle that is smooth. So there's no hole in this one. It has a dot here, but it's smooth on top. So we're gonna stick the smooth one on top of the dots one. And those are gonna attach here. And we're gonna put the dark green ear on the right, and it's just one space is gonna go here. And that little drawer is just a tiny little lip to keep your ear from moving. So now we have ears, so now we look like Mickey Mouse or Five Nights at Freddy's, more than a Care Bear. So 50, that was 51. 52, we need a one goggle. Oop. Then we need 2 1x2s, and these last 2 awnings, but these are tall. The other ones were fairly short. These are tall awnings. So we're gonna stack the 1x2s, and then we're gonna put the goggles on top, and those are gonna go right here because we have 4 dots across here. So the goggles go in the middle, and then the tall awnings will go on each side. So these awnings, if you can see, they're barely touching the ear, but they are helping to hold the ear in place. So just a little bit, they're holding the ear in place. And now we have this nice rounded part here. So now we're looking even more like Five Nights at Freddy's, which I really need to watch that movie with Josh Hutcherson. I haven't ever played the video games, know nothing about it other than seeing the merch in all the stores. So now 53 is going to take this 2x3 that's smooth, and we have an extra piece. They gave us an extra piece of hair. So this one is going to take this 1x3 that's smooth and also has some gunk on it. And then these 1x3s that are kind of clipped, but they're also smooth. So these pieces are going to cover the face. So this 2x3, the top row is going to go on this bottom right here. So now the bottom of our face is smooth. And then this 1x3 is going to go on these 2 dots here. And then one of these clipped corners goes on top of that. So now our face is smooth and it's kind of rounded up here. Now these 2 only have 1 dot to attach to, so they are not very well connected. But we're going to make sure the bottom is as flush as we can here. So now we have our cheeks and kind of the top of our nose. Or I guess that's the top of the head. And then our cheeks, because Care Bears have big cheeks. So here is our head. Now I'm going to skip putting the head on for now, and we're going to do the stickers. This one has quite a few stickers. Let's see here. So we'll flip him over because every Care Bear has a heart on their booty. And I'm going to use these tweezers because these stickers are not very sticky. We're going to put his little heart on his booty right there. Oh, my alarm just went off, so I'm going to pause you and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So we did our little heart on the booty. Then the dark colored ear gets the ear with the stitches. Let's see if we can hold it different. Let's do this way. Okay. And then the light colored ear gets the non-stitched ear. I did terrible with the ears on the others as well, but he's all stitched up, so it doesn't really matter. Now here's his face. And I'm so glad the face is all one piece, so I don't have to try and get all that stuff lined up. So we'll try and get it as even as possible. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a little to one side, but whatever. And because there's that extra little piece of plastic, it doesn't want to lay down flat. Then oh dear, okay. So this long piece of stitching here is supposed to go around this arm. So we'll start it on the bottom. And then we'll go around. Alright, so I have just a tiny piece tucking that corner in there. So maybe start this piece over a little bit further so you have some more at the end. But we should be good. I just rubbed that with my fingernail. Okay. Now we have the little stitches on the arm. And even his little tummy piece is stitched. So we'll put the tummy on. Oh, it was supposed to be a little bit of an angle. Ours is pretty straight. That's fine. Then we have 2 more pieces of stitching here. Looks like one is... oh, I did this wrong. This was supposed to be further up here. That's why. Okay. Whatever. We're going to put a little yellow. Honestly, I think you could just kind of put any of these wherever you wanted. I don't think it really matters too much. But we'll put this little patch right here. And then an orange patch goes on the other arm. Yeah, I really don't think it matters where the patches go. And it looks like we have some stitching on the leg. I may have actually done that wrong. The long stitching was supposed to go around the leg, but we're just going to put one of these little stripes of stitches on the leg. I think as long as you get the face and the tummy and the ears in the right place, everything else shouldn't really matter. I'm gonna put one of these little patches on a foot. Trying to make sure they're stuck down really good. These are kind of vinyl-y stickers, so they should stick okay. And plus this plastic is very smooth. Oh, that one does not want to come loose. We're going to put one of these right here on the side of his little face. It does kind of show you sort of where to put the stickers right here. And then on the box you can see some of the placement. So we have one more patch. And it does not want to come loose. Oh my goodness. Alright, so they didn't cut the stickers very well. We're just going to put this patch right back here on his little head. So as you can see, there's a lot of color left where the patches were cut. So, are they supposed to? I can't tell if they're supposed to come off too. No. So, when they cut the patches, they didn't do a very good job. So your patches are very tiny. But now we have these 4 holes here and 4 dots here. So we're just going to stick his head on. And there's our finished bear. This one doesn't have any extra props. The witch bear, not this one. This one with the hat has this broom, but there's no way to attach it. Like, they didn't give us a clip or something to attach it, so just has a broom. So here is our good luck bear, which is Frankenstein. And we'll turn it on. Put his leg back on. He is Frankenstein. He doesn't stay together. Okay, so it definitely doesn't light up as well as the box would have you believe, because only the body lights up. It doesn't have enough power to light up the head. There we are. Alright, so now we're going to put Frankenstein to the side. And we're going to do Tenderheart Bear, who is a skeleton. And like I said, at the end, when we're done, I will attach the time lapse that I did of the first 2. I know this video is going to be kind of long. Since I walked through that one step by step, I'm just going to put this one together and not talk too much. This one doesn't look like it has any unique pieces. It just has quite a few little stickers as well. And this one's face is colored. I'll try and figure out how to do time stamps so I can time stamp each bear, but I've never been able to do that before. Alright, so as you can see, it looks like we have mostly the same pieces. This one is orange and black, still translucent. We don't have any solid color pieces for this one. This is 161 pieces and 52 steps. Since I'm not talking, this one should go quicker. Maybe I can find some Halloween music. both feet together at the same time. Maybe because they're the same. No? Because I don't think the first two had us put the feet together at the same time, but that's fine. all 4 Care Bears completed. So they do look pretty much the same. This one has the little bolts on the side. This one has the witch's hat. But beyond that, they're all pretty much the same. And this little sticker's already coming off. That's fine. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day, a good Halloween. I do have 2 more Halloween videos to make. I have some spooky flowers, and then I have a Lego cat and mouse. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I finally hit 100 subscribers, and I would love to have 1,000. But we'll get there eventually. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.